Mentally adding decimal numbers. This is the question. Circle two numbers which add to make 0.4. How can we do this? We could use column addition. We could try adding together two different numbers at a time until we add to make 0.4. But we want to do it a quicker way. We want to do it mentally. To help us do it mentally, we need a few tricks, and we're going to learn those today. First of all, we need them all to be the same type of number, including the target number. Now you might say, they're already all decimals, which is true. They all have a decimal point, they're all decimal numbers. But we need them all to be the same type of decimal number. This is the problem that we have. Some of these numbers go up to the tenths, like this one. There are other numbers which go up to the hundredths, like this one. We need them all to go up to the hundredths. Let's work out how we can do that. Let's look at 0.02. This one goes up to the hundredths. How many decimal places does it have? It has 1, 2 decimal places after the decimal point. It has tenths. And it also has hundredths. So this number has 2 decimal places. Now what we want is that all of the numbers go up to 2 decimal places, just like 0.02. This number only goes up to 1 decimal place. How can we make it go up to 2 decimal places? We need to remember that adding zeros to a number doesn't change its value. So I can go to this number, which at the moment only goes up to the tenths, and I can go to the hundredths by adding a 0. Have I changed this number? Let's check. Before I added the 0, there was just 0.1. That means we had 1 in the tenths. When I add a 0 to the end of this decimal number, it now goes up to the hundredths. Is there anything in the hundredths right now? No, there's 0 hundredths. Was there anything in the hundredths before? No, it was blank, which means there were no hundredths there. So let's check. We haven't changed the units. We haven't changed the number of tenths. And we haven't changed the number of hundredths. There was nothing there before, and 0 means nothing. So that means we can add zeros to the end of a decimal, and it doesn't change the value of that decimal number. So this number now goes up to the hundredths, which is what we want. This number already has 2 decimal places, which is what we want. It goes up to the hundredths already. Let's just make this go up to the hundredths again. This one already has 2 decimal places, meaning it goes up to the hundredths already. This one already has 2 decimal places also. This one has 2 decimal places, but this one only has 1 decimal place. We want it to go to 2 decimal places, so let's add a 0, because we know that doesn't change the value of the number. Let's not forget, the target number also has to be the same type of number. It only has 1 decimal place. We need it to have 2 decimal places so that it goes up to the hundredths. Now we can actually try adding numbers together mentally to see if it will make 0.40. 0.40 really means it has 40 hundredths. Let's see if we can make that. This number has 10 hundredths. This number has 2 hundredths. If I add them together, it makes 12 hundredths. Right, that's not 40 hundredths. So let's try some other numbers. Why don't we try a slightly bigger number? 0.35 has 35 hundredths. What could we add to that to make 40 hundredths? 5 hundredths. So 35 hundredths and 5 hundredths makes 40 hundredths. So these are the two numbers that we need to circle as our question is asking to make 0.4 or 0.40.